Hello all, I thought I'd take this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Katherine Hart, I'm the CTSI Joint Lead Officer for Doorstep Crimes, and I'm based up in Angus Trading Standards. I was certainly thrown into this role in the deep end with this current crisis, but I certainly couldn't do this without the support of CTSI and my authority. Tim Day has produced a fantastic PowerPoint relating to his research on doorstep crime, but I thought I'd take a brief look about what's been happening over the last 6 months. As far as scams and doorstep crime is concerned, it's been a complete eye-opener for me. How quickly that criminal is exploiting the situation is unbelievable. Cold callers offering to disinfect driveways and doorbells, the selling of testing kits, the emails, and the texts and the emails that relate into very, very sophisticated, real-looking government sites. And they're designed to fish for our personal details and obviously the financial exploitation, the prize draws and competitions, the government rebates, furlough schemes. The list is actually endless and very worrying. I'm not going to cover all of these in detail, as the Civica session with Friends Against Scams actually went into some of these in more detail. But what I do want to say is how important it was for us to react to this situation. It would have been quite easy just to give the bog standard advice, but I felt that it was important with my lead officer role to try and get out as many press releases as we could. CTSI press office were absolutely amazing in producing and researching the scams that I sent to them, and then actually produced something that was taken up by the media. It was actually incredible team efforts. However, it wasn't all plain sailing. You know, government messages are sometimes very, very difficult to interpret. And at the beginning, we even had Jenny Harries saying that a bogus caller would be easy to be identified because they wouldn't sound professional. We've had full lockdown, partial lockdown, and 4 nations offering different advice, especially when it came to track and trace. No wonder the criminals were on it. Now, I would actually love to know if any of the public health authorities actually liaised with trading standards over potential scams and the frauds. And despite having evidence of it happening, are they engaging yet? I'm actually still trying to engage with the public health authorities up here. I also noted during the time there was a number of agencies putting out press releases regarding scams. It's absolutely excellent, particularly notifying people about the current scams. However, what I did find was that some national agencies seem to be blissfully unaware that 4 nations actually have different reporting mechanisms for the way that they record scams and doorstep crime. However, what I did find is that the local press and the social media really engaged with local communities, and they were absolutely fantastic in trying to engage and to get the information to and from the communities. The criminals see a weakness with governments, with the government messages. It's no wonder, and they are very, very quick to exploit it. They actually may even see a weakness in how it's recorded too, and how we react to it. Many authorities are doing such a great job, especially as not only the trading standards officers have been hit financially and inadequate resources, but we also ended up with additional legislation during this time. But we as professionals get on with it, and we try and do our best. Now, doorstep crime and scams are they're notoriously underreported, but that's also not helped by so many agencies trying to do bits and pieces. How can we produce an effective intelligence picture when the types of doorstep crime are reported so willy-nilly? And there's so many, as I said, there's so many different reporting mechanisms. I actually don't know how to achieve this, but I would like to see some sort of streamlined approach in the future. The cost to the public purse is significant, but we need to be able to produce better figures to reflect the true issue and in the impact. I used to be so naive when I would stand up and say, we just all must work together and share our intel. But I actually now see that the practicalities and the realities are very different, never mind the legislation framework. Doorstep crime and scams is an issue for every single area, but it seems to be a little bit of a postcode lottery, especially in detection rates. The doorstep crime, as we know, is transient in their nature, and the people behind them are sometimes very difficult to detect. But we have to do it bit by bit, slow by slow. It's a jigsaw puzzle. We need to share and record the information that we have. Vehicle registration numbers and descriptions are so important. We know that vans, the vehicle registration, can get dumped from one area to another, but it's sometimes more difficult to actually hide that dent in the rear or the broken wing mirror. Things like that are very, very important to record because it helps later on with the detection rates. Often when it comes to phone scams, the telephone number that is used, the method, the MO, the Amazon gift card, the way that they're actually asking you to transfer money, all of those provide vital clues to where the scammers are located. But also things like looking in your local paper. Suddenly there'll be a recruitment for a call centre. Perhaps that call centre is actually doing something a little bit more sinister, maybe having a little bit of a local relationship with some sort of management office, the office management type thing. I mean, as they do put these adverts in the paper, we perhaps should go and visit and have a wee chat and find out what's going on, and perhaps bring down one of the criminal outlets. Now, as promised, I'm not going to give you a big long talk. I've only said that I'm going to be speaking for 10 minutes. Tim and I would both like to engage with the local authorities around the country. I'm always learning, so I'm always looking forward to hearing good news stories or even problems that you've been having with your investigations. We want to promote good practice, but also see where the difficulties lie and perhaps come up with solutions. So my details are on the CTSI webpage, and it would be really, really good to hear from you. It's a shame I can't see you in the pub later, as I would be my normal position for symposium, but I look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks very much.